Have you ever pondered what it truly means to be happy? It's a universal yearning that unites us all. In a world brimming with distractions, genuine happiness can often feel elusive. But what if true happiness lies not in external validation, but within ourselves? This is the central theme explored in The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama and Dr. Howard C. Cutler. Imagine engaging in a conversation with the Dalai Lama, a spiritual leader who radiates joy and tranquility. In The Art of Happiness, Dr. Cutler poses insightful questions to the Dalai Lama about the nature of happiness and the transformative power of compassion. Through their dialogue, we're invited to embark on a journey of self-discovery, uncovering tools to cultivate lasting happiness. We often look outward for happiness, believing external factors hold the key. The Art of Happiness challenges this, suggesting true happiness is an inner state of being. The Dalai Lama emphasizes that happiness comes from our own actions and thoughts. It's about cultivating inner peace and contentment that transcends external circumstances. Aligning our actions with this purpose, we focus on what truly brings us joy and fulfillment. To understand happiness, we must first understand our minds. Our thoughts and emotions shape our experiences and influence our well-being. The Dalai Lama explains that our minds are powerful, capable of both joy and suffering. By cultivating positive thoughts and practicing mindfulness, we can rewire our brains for greater happiness. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, is supported by modern science. Our perception of the world plays a crucial role in our happiness. The Dalai Lama emphasizes that suffering often stems from our attachment to a distorted view of reality. By cultivating a flexible and accepting perspective, we can transform our experiences. Focusing on the good in our lives and the interconnectedness of all beings fosters resilience. This shift in perspective allows us to find joy in the present moment. Compassion is a radiant thread in the tapestry of human existence. The Dalai Lama reminds us that empathy and kindness are sources of profound strength. Compassion involves actively alleviating suffering and promoting well-being. By choosing compassion over judgment, we cultivate inner peace and break free from cycles of anger. Practicing compassion fosters kindness and understanding in a world often dominated by self-interest. As social creatures, our relationships profoundly impact our well-being. The Art of Happiness emphasizes nurturing meaningful connections and fostering a sense of community. In today's digital world, it's easy to feel isolated. The Dalai Lama encourages us to prioritize genuine human connection over superficial interactions. Building strong relationships requires effort, presence, and empathy, creating a support system for life's challenges and joys. Anger often arises from frustration, hurt, or injustice. The Art of Happiness provides guidance on managing anger and cultivating a peaceful mind. The Dalai Lama emphasizes understanding the root causes of anger. By practicing patience and creating space between stimulus and response, we can choose a more skillful course of action. This approach helps us transform negative emotions and find inner peace. Forgiveness is a profound act of self-healing and liberation. The Art of Happiness explores forgiveness as a pathway to greater happiness. Holding on to grudges perpetuates cycles of anger and suffering. Forgiveness frees us from negative emotions, allowing us to heal and move forward. By cultivating empathy and recognizing human complexities, we break free from anger and resentment. Meditation is a powerful tool for achieving lasting happiness. It's about developing awareness of our thoughts and emotions, observing them without judgment. Through consistent practice, we cultivate inner stillness amidst daily turbulence. The Dalai Lama emphasizes that meditation is a skill developed over time. Whether focusing on breath or repeating a mantra, meditation fosters mindful awareness and inner peace. Mindfulness extends beyond formal practice, permeating daily life. It's about bringing full attention to the present moment with curiosity and acceptance. The Dalai Lama encourages integrating mindfulness into mundane activities. By paying attention to details, we transform ordinary moments into extraordinary encounters. Mindfulness helps us respond to situations with skillfulness and compassion, rather than reacting on autopilot. Emotions offer insights into our inner world and guide us towards self-awareness. The Dalai Lama reminds us that suppressing emotions amplifies their intensity. We're encouraged to approach difficult emotions with curiosity and compassion. Through mindfulness and meditation, we observe emotions without identifying with them. This creates space to choose our responses rather than reacting impulsively. Cultivating gratitude shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance. The Art of Happiness highlights gratitude's transformative power on well-being and relationships. By focusing on what we're grateful for, we cultivate appreciation in all aspects of life. The Dalai Lama suggests incorporating gratitude practices into daily routines. Gratitude fosters a sense of abundance and contentment, brightening our lives and those around us. We humans crave control. It's in our nature to want to shape the world around us, to bend it to our will. We make elaborate plans, set ambitious goals, and strive for a sense of order in a world that can often feel chaotic and unpredictable. Yet, as the Art of Happiness wisely points out, much of our suffering stems from the illusion of control, the mistaken belief that we can dictate the course of our lives and prevent unwanted outcomes. The Dalai Lama emphasizes that true happiness lies not in controlling external circumstances, but in cultivating inner peace and acceptance. Life is a flowing river, constantly changing and evolving. We can try to build dams and divert its course, but ultimately its nature is to flow freely. Clinging too tightly to our desires, trying to force outcomes, only leads to frustration, disappointment, and a sense of powerlessness. This doesn't mean we should abandon our goals or resign ourselves to a life of passivity. Instead, it encourages us to approach our endeavors with a healthy dose of flexibility and acceptance. We can set intentions, make plans, and work towards our aspirations, all while recognizing that unexpected challenges and detours are an inevitable part of the journey. Fear, a primal instinct deeply ingrained in our biology, serves a valuable purpose: to alert us to potential threats and keep us safe from harm. However, in our modern world, fear often becomes a relentless companion, whispering anxieties about the future, replaying past regrets, and casting a shadow of doubt over our present moment. The Art of Happiness encourages us to examine our fears, unravel their often irrational roots, and cultivate a sense of courage and resilience in the face of uncertainty. The Dalai Lama reminds us that many of our fears are rooted in our thoughts, in imagined scenarios that may never come to pass. We worry about things we can't control, replay past mistakes as if we could somehow change them, and allow our anxieties to spiral into worst-case scenarios that bear little resemblance to reality. By learning to identify and challenge these negative thought patterns, we can begin to loosen the grip fear has on our minds. One effective technique for managing fear is to ground ourselves in the present moment. When anxieties arise, we can shift our focus to our breath, noticing the rise and fall of our chest, or engage our senses by paying attention to the sights, sounds, and sensations around us. By anchoring ourselves in the present, we step out of the endless loop of worry and reconnect with the reality of this moment, which is often far less threatening than the stories we tell ourselves. Life is a tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow, triumph and setback, love and loss. While we naturally gravitate towards experiences that bring us happiness, it's impossible to shield ourselves entirely from the inevitable pain and disappointment that life throws our way. The Art of Happiness offers solace and guidance on navigating these challenging experiences, reminding us that even in the midst of suffering, we can cultivate resilience, find meaning, and emerge from adversity with a renewed sense of hope. The Dalai Lama emphasizes that suffering is a universal human experience, an inherent part of the human condition. Rather than trying to avoid or deny pain, we're encouraged to meet it with compassion, both for ourselves and others who are suffering. This means allowing ourselves to feel our emotions fully, without judgment or resistance, and offering ourselves the same kindness and understanding we would extend to a loved one in pain. When we resist or suppress our painful emotions, they tend to linger and fester, casting a long shadow over our lives. However, When we approach our suffering with acceptance and compassion, we create space for healing and growth. We begin to see that even in the darkest of times there is always light to be found, lessons to be learned, and an opportunity for transformation. Section 4. Finding meaning and purpose. In our quest for happiness, we often seek external validation, striving for success, recognition, and material possessions, believing that these achievements will finally bring us a sense of fulfillment. Yet true and lasting happiness stems not from what we acquire, but from a deep sense of meaning and purpose, a connection to something greater than ourselves. The art of happiness encourages us to look inwards, to discover our unique gifts and passions, and to align our actions with a sense of purpose that transcends our individual lives. The Dalai Lama emphasizes that our lives are not merely a series of random events, but rather an opportunity to make a positive contribution to the world. Each of us possesses unique talents, skills, and experiences that we can use to make a difference, no matter how small. When we align our actions with our values and aspirations, when we strive to make a positive impact on the world around us, we tap into a wellspring of purpose and fulfillment that enriches our lives and the lives of others. Discovering our purpose is a journey of self-discovery, a process of exploring our passions, values, and interests. It requires us to be honest with ourselves about what truly matters to us, what brings us joy, and what kind of legacy we want to leave behind. It may involve stepping outside of our comfort zones, taking risks, and embracing new experiences that challenge and inspire us. Section 1. The Art of Happiness. Key takeaways. As we conclude our exploration of the art of happiness, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound wisdom shared by the Dalai Lama and Dr. Cutler. Their insights, rooted in ancient Buddhist philosophy, yet resonating deeply with modern psychology, offer a roadmap to cultivating genuine happiness from within, regardless of our circumstances. The core message of the art of happiness is that happiness is not a destination we arrive at, but rather a state of being we cultivate through our thoughts, actions, and interactions with the world around us. It's about recognizing that true happiness is an inside job, not dependent on external validation or the acquisition of material possessions. The Dalai Lama stresses that our minds are incredibly powerful, capable of both great joy and profound suffering. The key to lasting happiness lies in understanding how to cultivate positive mental states, manage negative emotions effectively, and develop a compassionate and accepting perspective. Section 2. A Universal Path to Well-Being. One of the most remarkable aspects of the art of happiness is its universality. The principles outlined in the book transcend cultural and religious boundaries, offering a path to well-being that is accessible to anyone willing to put in the effort. Whether you're a devout Buddhist, an atheist, or somewhere in between, the practices of mindfulness, compassion, and self-awareness can have a profound impact on your life. These practices are not about converting to a particular belief system, but rather about cultivating qualities that are inherent in all human beings: kindness, empathy, and the potential for inner peace. The Dalai Lama reminds us that happiness is not a solitary pursuit. Our own well-being is intricately linked to the well-being of others. By cultivating compassion, extending kindness, and fostering a sense of community, we create a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves, contributing to a more just and compassionate world. Section 3. Embracing the journey. The journey toward happiness is not always easy. We'll encounter obstacles along the way, moments of doubt, and times when life throws unexpected challenges our way. But as the art of happiness so eloquently reminds us, it's in these moments of adversity that we have the greatest opportunity for growth and transformation. The key is to approach these challenges with courage, resilience, and a willingness to learn and grow from our experiences. Remember that setbacks are not failures, but rather opportunities to reevaluate our path, learn valuable lessons, and emerge stronger and wiser. As you embark on your own journey toward a happier and more fulfilling life, remember that you don't have to do it alone. Surround yourself with supportive friends and family, seek guidance from those you admire, and never underestimate the power of kindness, both towards yourself and others.